Hello everyone, so this is Panculture. So now we're going to present the data manipulation and visualization. So first, we choose datasets as Excel and we choose the empty cars so that we can easily encode or code this program, right? Since the empty cars is dataset which is commonly chosen for data manipulation and visualization dahil syempre madali lang siya understand and konti na yung variables and objects niya, and may ano rin siya. So sa loob nito may gallons, horsepower, weight and engine size. So ang makukuha lang naman is konti lang, mga 11 lang nakuha namin variable. So ang another reason naman is empty cars is small and clean, like madali lang, ready to use na siya, nakapokus siya sa building skills ng cleaning mess data, tapos great starting point siya, like practicing ng programming, gano'n, no? Madali lang siya, yung mas pinaka-kaunti dahil madali lang siya. Then yung dataset na to nag-provide siya sa real world ng example na ma-analyze mo siya inside using visualization. Madali ma-explore mo rin siya yung mga car weight, car height, engine power. So efficiency, nakaka-relate din yung mga tao since nakakita sa real world. So meaningful naman to dahil syempre sa kotse nga. Then meron din siyang sa using RStudio, the tools na default, magagamit mo siya agad dahil kasi nga nandoon na siya sa datasets, and by choosing that it allows the student na practice the coding since konti lang siya, tapos mas marami kang magagawang coding or mapapractice mo siya dahil marami kang oras dahil nga konti nga lang siya.
So hello everyone, for this part we do data exploration. So we install some packages and import the data we want to use in this activity. So the first we use the function install the packages. So the purpose or why we use this is that it tells the R, or it commands the R to download the package or to install it to our computer. So anytime we can use it. And the first packages that we download is the read Excel. So the package read Excel, or the function of read Excel, is that it gives the ability to open, or so we can use some data that are in Excel format. Then the second packages is the write Excel. So write Excel, it let R save or export some data into Excel file. Then we also install packages dplryr. So the function of this is that it is used for data manipulation. So meaning it helps us to organize our data easily. Then after we install the required packages, we use the function library. So the library or the purpose of library is that using this it activates or load the packages that we have already installed. Then after we install and load all the packages, we can we can use the function or we can set working directory. which means it set the folder location where R will read or it will save the files. Then after that, we can name our data types, which is we name it as empty cars. After that, we can now bring our Excel, which we name as empty cars, into R. And that's all. And the next reporter will be Gian Paul Pascua.
So this is the part 4, data visualization. So first thing, we name for average underscore MPG. So we use the function of aggregate. So what is the function of aggregate? So it groups the dataset by the right hand side of the formula cylinder and applies a function of mean to the left hand side variable of miles per gallon. So the result of this, the average underline MPG is a small data frame with one row per cylinder group and a column containing the mean MPG for that group. So the next line is bar underscore colors. Then we use the function rainbow. So it generates the distinct colors. So the bar colors stores a vector of colors to use for the bars. So each cylinder group can have a different color. So next line is we start by bar plot. So it draws the bar chart. So after that, first we're gonna put the height equals average MPG $miles per gallon. So numeric vector used as a bar heights, meaning the mean MPG values computed earlier. So the next line is names.arg equals average underline MPG $cylinder. So it labels placed under each bar like 4, 6, or 8. So next line is call equals bar color. So this one it applies the color vector, so the bars are colored. So sa main, it shows the title, then the xlab labels vertically while the y is horizontally. It is for clarity and readability. So the purpose of this is to display the average MPG per cylinder group in the R plotting window. So after plotting, we're going to export by JPEG. So what I did here is use the function of JPEG, then we put the argument inside of working directory file. So we put the directory what we want for so part 4, data visualization. So the next thing that I did after exporting the clean dataset is to make average another data variable name. So average underline MPG. Then you use the function aggregate. So what is the function of this? So we put our data inside the parentheses, and then a cylinder. So miles per gallon as a function of cylinder. Then we put our data empty cars. Then the fun means what are we getting? So we put here is mean. We put this mean so we can calculate the average MPG per cylinder for each. So after using aggregate, we use the bar underline colors. So we use the function of rainbow to assign a unique color to each cylinder. So we put length over the average underline MPG $sign cylinder. So average MPG access the data of cylinder so that we can assign unique color to that data. So next is we're going to create a bar chart. So by this bar plots, we're going to set a bar chart. So after that, we're going to put the height. Then we're going to put the average MPG. Then using the $sign miles per gallon. So we're using this data to access the miles per gallon. So the heights of bars corresponds to average MPG. So next is names.org. So we use again the average MPG, the data average MPG, then $sign to cylinder. So it labels on x-axis. Yes, it labels by using this one, the data of average MPG. The next is call equals bar underline colors. So this one is to apply colors to the bars so that the chart is colorful. So after applying the colors, we're using the main to add the chart's title, then xlab for number of cylinders. We're gonna put a label for x-axis, then ylab, then and name for average miles per gallon. So it is labeled for y-axis. After creating a chart, then we're going to save the plot as a JPEG image. So we're using JPEG function. Then we're going to put the working directory, then named it average MPG by cylinder. You can use your what do you call that? You can put this file whenever you want. You just simply put your own working directory file, then name it the average MPG by cylinder. Then, so the function of JPEG is to open a JPEG device and to save the plot. Then after that, we're going to set image width by using this. We simply put width equals 6, then height equals 4. So we're gonna use the function units so that we can measure the picture correctly. So we use in, meaning it is inches, then resolution for clearness of the picture. So after putting the resolution, we're going to put again the chart that we did earlier, the bar chart that we did earlier. So we just copy that bar plot, height, names, column para ma-apply yung bar colors, then main for title, and xlab for the number of cylinders sa x-axis, then ylab for average miles per gallon, which is yung MPG natin na average na ilalagay natin sa y-axis. Then after doing that, we're gonna use the function depth.off. So this function is to close the JPEG device because we created the picture. So after you run this all, it will gonna show in the folder the Excel file and then the JPEG file of the bar chart. So that is all for data part 3 part 3 manipulation, and then part 4 for data visualization.
So here's our summary, and next slide is conclusion. So lastly is 3 takeaways. So first is data preparation and libraries, and second, data cleaning and renaming for clarity, and third, which is last, is using mutate and filters. So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you guys.